Okay, so let's start from the top. Why are we using just one on-camera flash? How does that actually make sense when we're trying to learn lighting 101? Well, here's the thing, is that a typical workshop approach that we have over here on the left, they usually start with expanding your gear, okay? Meaning that basically the base, this foundation is learning all of this different type of gear that we have. We have on-camera flash, we have off-camera flash, radio triggers and cables and all sorts of flash modifiers and so forth. And it's extremely difficult when you're just trying to learn lighting to have to learn all of this gear all at the same time. And it really will end up slowing you down because, well, you don't really know what does what as of yet. Then from there, they would go into saying, you're going to refine your images. You're going to put a key light here and a fill light here, and you're going to do this and come up with these amazing, fantastic commercial images. But here's the problem. A lot of these workshops start with, like, say, $10,000 worth of lighting gear. Now, for most people, that is completely inaccessible just to start, okay? Most people are not going to be able to go out and just buy all this gear. And if you do buy all that gear, well, by the time you learn your style and you learn what type of photography you like to do, you're going to end up with so much gear that you're not going to use that it's really just a gigantic waste of time and money. So when it comes to refining your images, how would you do that? How would you start by learning all of this gear and then trying to refine your images to look like these commercial images that these people are coming up with? It makes it inaccessible. Practicing the principles becomes a smaller part of these workshops. You basically watch what they're doing, and there's no way for you to get out there and to be actually doing it on your own because, again, the products and the gear and everything that they're using is not accessible to most people. And all through this, they're trying to teach the foundation of lighting, but really in the end, it becomes focused primarily on gear, and the foundation of lighting ends up being this little tiny piece of the pie, which really, it should be the opposite. So this is kind of our workshop approach, where we're basically flipping it upside down. We want to start by learning the foundation of lighting, because once you've mastered lighting, understanding gear comes incredibly simply. I mean, it's basically learning smaller flashes and moving to bigger flashes and adding more modifiers and so forth. But knowing the foundation of lighting is well, the foundation. Once you get that part, everything else is going to come very naturally. From there, we want you to practice the principles. Now, if I show you on-camera flash and I show you how to use a $20 reflector or whatever modifier to make an image, that becomes very accessible. Most of you will already have this gear in your toolkit. You have an on-camera flash. If you don't have the modifier, it's easy to spend 20 bucks to buy it, and you can go out and practice what we teach right away. This makes things accessible. This makes it so you can go out and test these different lighting principles and see it in real life. And what this allows you to do is to refine your imagery. The best way to learn lighting is to get out there and practice, guys. You can't learn it by simply following a workshop or reading a book. You have to watch these principles, watch the tutorials, and then go out and do it on your own. By using such simple gear, it makes it easy to go out and do it and to refine your imagery. Now, once you've refined your imagery and you're coming out with great professional images and you're seeing the limitations on what you're able to do, that's when we would say to expand your gear. That's when we get into lighting 201, where we take the flash off the camera. We get into lighting 301. We're using constant lights, large studio strobes, and so forth. But at that point, it becomes so simple because all you have to do, you already know the foundation of lighting. All you need to do is just learn one extra piece of gear and how to modify it. And that's simple. It's going to follow all the same principles that we're covering inside this workshop. So we're going to create fantastic images inside of Lighting 101, and we're going to do it all with your on-camera flash, which is going to allow you all to focus on the actual lighting techniques that we're using, how to modify, how to shape light and create amazing images regardless of the gear that you have.